It's day 18. And I'm showing up and I'm doing it like every single day before this. Um, yeah, I just want to mention that I feel positive. My energy feels good. I did all the things, honestly, really good today. Um, and I kind of don't really have too much aversion to recording these anymore. I went to the gym this morning. I still have another workout to get in, but like, dude, I'm just letting it rip. It is what it is. So let me recap my day thus far. Uh, I woke up and I'm still in like a little bit of sleep debt from the Andy Grammer concert, but still buzzing from that. So I woke up and my Kindle has like a now a little pocket on her headboard, like this little shelf thing. And so it's right there. So I can just grab it and get my 10 pages done really early. It's the first thing I do, which just makes me feel like I got a win for the day. Yes, I love a good win for the day. Win for the morning. It sets everything up to just like shut that inner voice off. That's like, no. Um, Also, I find like if I don't start checking off 75 hard things, I start getting anxious, and the only antidote to my anxiety is to like do something about it. So if I get up and I do something immediately to like, check off one of those boxes, maybe it's the progress pick, maybe it's like drinking a bottle of water, maybe it's reading, whatever it is, it feels good to get something done. Also, today's day 25 of 75 hard. And so I'm a third of the way done. There is a Live Strong program, so who knows? Maybe I'll decide to do the whole program over the course of the year. But some reflections that I have on that so far are it obviously was hard at first. And some days it's like harder, like going to the Andy Grammer concert, we had to like kind of front load and we lost some sleep. So I think like in a perfect world, doing all these things is pretty easeful. I mean, it's hard, but like I don't ruminate about it anymore. Um, it just kind of has melded into my life. But if my schedule or routine gets off a little bit, then I find that it's much, it's like a new dynamic of hard. That said, I'm like proud that I'm doing it. I'm proud that I'm checking off the boxes. I'm proud of the people who decided to do it with me and are still going. Um, I see you. Thank you for your hard work. Uh, yeah. Ben and I had it going. So yeah, I feel really good about 75 hard. Going back to my day, Ben and I had a really great coffee talk. Um, this morning. By that I mean we sat down on the couch and we like had coffee and talked about our plan for the day. And we're doing a coffee talk episode recording today, so I'm like very excited about this. We're going into like the origin story of like this whole idea, buying the bus, naming this whole thing. And also we're going to do a mini series on like the different core values of how we've chosen to live our life. And so today we're going to talk about purpose and passion. And we both take time to kind of think about like whatever it is we're prepping. We call it prepping. How Ben preps is totally different than me. And this reminds me of like, I am a narrative person. Um, he's more kind of analytical. Uh, and both are valid and both are useful and both make the listening experience super interesting and dynamic. Uh, I like to tell it from a personal perspective and like things that I've learned. And that's kind of also how I do like these videos, but also just how I engage with life. Um, and so, yeah, I just like am excited to record. I'm excited to talk about purpose and passion and how it fits within everything. And to Gwen, more passion, more energy, more passion, more energy. Um, so yeah, after coffee talk, I went to the gym and I got a good lift in. And there had been like this girl that was walking around and kind of doing similar things to me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk up to her and like give her a high five. And she took her earbud out and she was like, man, I needed that today, or something like that. And it was just delightful. Like, you know, to walk through life thinking that I'm going to burden someone by like giving them a high five or telling them their outfit looks great or their glasses are on point, I have to remember like, how would I feel if someone did that to me? And oftentimes I would feel like, yay, like just like a little upbeat interaction. Maybe I have a little bit of aversion at first, but mostly that's a me thing. And so, like, it just reminds me of the power of connection. And she also, I was like, hey, you should be on the pod. And I think she was like super genuinely interested. And so that was me kind of crossing into the courage threshold and like being my authentic self. And I think she met me at it and was like also joyous and delighted. And yeah, I mean, maybe this is my perception, which is fine. Like, I felt like it was a good connection really quick, but it added such like light in my life. And I just like, I love that. And then I went to gratitude group as per usual on a weekday morning. You guys should go. It's called Great Morning by Cam and Elle. And if you want the link, you can just send me a message and I will make sure that you get the link. But it's open to everybody. And so we have people on this call that are like literally all over the world, uh, like single digit miles from the front lines in Ukraine, people in India, people all over the US. And it's incredible. And there's like between 10 and 25 people on any given day. And you go to these breakout rooms. And today I was with, I mean, I say this every single day, but today I was with two people. One is a family and one is an individual. And it was so delightful, so joyous. I said this yesterday too, but like to see kids practice gratitude and to like hug each other as they like celebrate the gratitudes of each other is just like so profound. I honestly, it was sheer delight. And all of us were in tears in like these 15 minutes together. And so to just hold space for someone, to have deep connections every single day, even across the screen, is so profound. And like, it sounds like magic, but I really just feel like when I am standing in my light, having the courage to make connections, and then when I connect with people, to be anchored from a place of love is just so rich. It doesn't mean that every single interaction I have is so profound, but it was such a great conversation that's like going to carry that energy with me through the rest of the day. Yesterday I was on my weekly my daily commitments group call. This is with Danny Miranda, but also Stetson and Jeffrey were there. And shout out to those two, or three rather. And it was just great. I mean, like a different dynamic, but I appreciate the presence and the space that everybody holds together. And I think one thing that's kind of changing for me over time is just, for so long, I looked at my intensity and my extraness as being a burden to other people. But what's super interesting is as I hold space and occupy space within these groups, these gratitude groups, and like the My Daily Commitment group, both of which are online, but in how when I show up in the world, like at the gym, high fiving people or whatever, people acknowledge my extra and intensity as light and joy and love, like to my face. I'm like, what? Like, no one has actually said that. Like, I've always been kind of like equated my extra in intensity as being a burden, something to have shame for or about, like an attribute or characteristic of myself that I saw as like not being good enough. Except in the right groups of people, they see all of these characteristics or attributes, which I might add haven't changed. And they're like, you are amazing. You are joyous. You are light. Like your energy is like radiating and I'm attracted to it. And it's just like so contagious. And I am like shook, right? Because I am starting to transition from this like burden version to actually, I have the potential, if I'm brave enough and have enough courage, to step into my light and therefore just like radiate it out. And so the shift from like kind of shame and burden to delight and light and authenticity, and like it's just so validating. And I can't control how other people kind of like where they put me in this spectrum, right? And yeah, I just, to see people delight in my, like the way that I show up is new, is new. But it just goes to show you that if you beam your light of authenticity and you find your people, they will be able to hold you exactly as you are, love you exactly as you are, hold space for you exactly as you are. Dang, that is so cool. Oh, so yeah. So those are kind of the thoughts that came up for me today at the gym. And on the way to the gym, I was listening to Mike Posner's new song. It's a great day to be alive. 10 out of 10, recommend it. You should listen. It brightened my day. Sometimes I like find a song and I just like listen to it on repeat. Loved this one. Love this one rather. Ugh, I feel like I posted it in a story the other day because it was just like my theme song for the day. And I feel like that's today too. All right. So I am looking forward to the coffee talk that I'm going to record with Ben today. Get ready for it. I am super looking forward to all the potential episodes that I have for the Seeking Joy podcast. I have some other ideas that I'm very excited about too, so stay tuned for those. And I want to end today with 3 gratitudes. Also, I don't have these written down, so I'm just like riffing on it. So the first one that I'm grateful for is I am super, super grateful for my family, both chosen family and born family. They are allowing me to be exactly the way I need to be. And they love me unconditionally. And I just appreciate that so much. I appreciate my mom for shipping out a package to us that had to be overnighted because it was shipped to the wrong spot. I appreciate Ben's family for letting us stay here. We're hoping to leave on our big adventure in like single digit days now, hopefully by the end of the week. So that's my first gratitude. My second gratitude is that I'm just like, living in the light. I'm living in it. Oh, it's just like, it's magic. I feel like just so blessed, so much gratitude. My heart is so full often. And I'm grateful that I have the space to be able to work on this stuff. And I'm just grateful for the power of human connection. I'm grateful to provide space for people to be seen, heard, and valued exactly as they are. And I'm grateful that I'm starting to provide that for myself too. I see you. I appreciate you. I value you. I love you. You are awesome exactly the way you are, exactly the way you were, exactly the way you are, and exactly the way you will be. Be inspired by the person you are going to be tomorrow and the next day, 5 years, 10 years down the road. Dude, that is like hype group for yourself. Oh, anyway, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have an amazing day in whatever capacity it needs to be for you today. You are such a light. Bye.